but I'm okay with her dating. Maybe just not Nidal.
Nidal and Salish should never date because it might ruin their friendship, and that is much too special to risk.
Looks like he likes her. Whoever I pick wins $500, whether or not they're the secret admirer. So all of them have an incentive to lie and to fake it. So I have to determine which one of them looks authentic. And right now, James, the way he's looking at her.
What are you doing? We're in the middle of a conversation.
They get 10 minutes each, is the
Oh
deal.
my gosh, bye.
Okay, so at this point, it is impossible to ignore what Jordan Matter has been doing on his channel. The man built a whole career on family content, but lately, people think he has crossed the line. Because instead of fun photography challenges or lighthearted skits, the main thing bringing in views now is his daughter, Salish. And not just her dancing or her personality, we're talking about her love life. From videos like Are They Dating with Nidal to My Daughter's Secret Crush, the thumbnails, the titles, the challenges, it is all centered around whether a 14-year-old is dating or not. And the fans are fed up. One person even said it straight. I mean, no matter how many times Jordan says he's not exploiting his kid, he is making money off of her personal and love life. And honestly, look at his uploads. It is hard to argue with that. But here's the part that most people don't realize. Jordan's content didn't always look like this. In fact, his backstory makes the situation even messier. According to one TikTok comment that I saw, his life wasn't always YouTube fame, cameras, and million-view videos. He actually grew up rough. Parents divorced, a dad who smoked and pushed him way too hard in baseball, and a mom who struggled with ODs. That's what people are saying about his past, but if y'all think that sounds off, let me know in the comments below. The one person who really believed in him was his grandpa, who taught him photography before he passed away.
I know your story very well. It's everybody's story where you have that down period, and then you find the peak.
That's what made Jordan so determined to build a better life for his kids. He didn't want Hudson or Salish growing up in the way that he did, missing recitals, living through eviction notices, watching their parents struggle, and for a while, it looked like he pulled it off. His early content was simple: photography challenges, dancers, behind-the-scenes shots that proved he didn't Photoshop his work.
If you've got a great dancer, then dance photography can be insanely easy, and to prove it, I'm gonna see how many great shots I can get of Anna McNulty in 5 minutes. We have no plan. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's go. That was all in 1 minute?
It was family-friendly, light, and honestly, people respected it. The channel blew up because it felt creative and wholesome. But somewhere along the way, Jordan's content took a turn. It stopped being about cool photography or fun challenges, and suddenly it was all about Salish. And not just her personality either. We're talking about her crushes, her dates, her private life. Like, think about it. You don't go from posting behind-the-scenes dance shots to dropping videos titled My Daughter's Secret Crush unless you're chasing something completely different.
I actually have no idea which boy has a crush on me and if he's still even in the game or if he's eliminated.
I'm at another table at Din Tai Fung, and I'm gonna be watching everything they do on my phone. Number 1 is James. He's been on my short list since the beginning. He seems really nice, and he seems like he's into her. He was looking at her a lot when she came into the green room having a snack. Let's see how he does.
Hey, Salish.
Oh, hi.
What's going on?
Nothing much. What about you?
Nothing much. I'm ready to eat.
This isn't an actual date Salish is on. If it was, I wouldn't be sitting at a table close to her watching her on her date. This is a challenge where I have to figure out through a speed date which one of them is the secret admirer.
That's not just a channel growing, that is a full-on switch up. And people noticed really quick, which is why you can't help but wonder if Jordan really kept that promise to give his kids a better life, or if he just ended up finding a new way to put them through the same cycle he swore he would never repeat. And honestly, the thumbnails made it worse. Zoomed in faces, dramatic titles, all centered on a 14-year-old's love life. You can't tell me that doesn't look calculated. This is why fans are getting so loud about it. It's not just 1 or 2 uploads, it is a whole pattern that puts Salish's dating life at the center of Jordan's brand. And whether he admits it or not, that's where most of the views are coming from. And like I already mentioned earlier in the video, this part gets even messier once you look back at Jordan's older content. Because if you've been around long enough, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Back then, the channel wasn't really family-centered yet. It was all photography challenges, a lot of them with young younger kids or dancers, and not gonna lie, the way some of those videos were edited, it did come off a little cringe. And here's one instance of what I'm talking about, the 5-minute photo challenge with Anna McNulty. Just look at where the video pauses and you tell me.
5 minutes. We have no plan. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's go. That was all in 1 minute? Yeah. That was 1 minute? What is happening? Okay, right there.
Like, there were moments where he would pause on kids in ways that made people uncomfortable. Now, I'm not saying he was being predatory, let's be very clear about that, but the fact that people even felt that way shows how easily lines can get blurred when you put kids at the center of your content. And the wild part, on some of those older videos, the comments are just straight up turned off, which kind of tells you everything you need to know. And when you compare that to now, the difference is obvious. His Instagram, his YouTube, all of his socials, they don't look anything like his early posts. Instead of photography, it's Salish front and center, usually tied to a love life storyline. So basically, Jordan moved from people questioning his photography videos to people now questioning if he's using his own daughter's personal life for clicks. And not gonna lie, the shift makes his current strategy look even worse. At this point, the backlash is loud. People aren't just side-eyeing the titles anymore, they are straight up saying Jordan is exploiting his own daughter. And honestly, looking at his uploads, it is kind of hard to argue with that. One fan spelled it out perfectly. The thing is, recently his videos revolving around his daughter, which is too personal, like, are they dating? These many guys have crushes on my daughter goes on a date, blah, blah, blah. And he acts like he doesn't even want to be part of those videos because it's his little girl and she's growing up and he can't believe it. That's how he acts. But in reality, he knows exactly the kind of videos they're making and what everyone has to do. He's clearly using her for clickbait and views, and that's why his daughter is also getting hate. And let's be real, that comment nails it. As y'all saw earlier on, the titles aren't subtle. It is all the same theme. And somehow Salish is always the one catching the hate. Jordan might act clueless on camera, but come on, there is no way he doesn't know exactly what's going on. Another fan had a slightly different take, but honestly, it just adds fuel to the same fire. I just personally think that the reason Salish is getting a lot of criticism and hate is because her love life, or her fans shipping her, went from Nidal to Gail and now Kato. And the fact is, we have been left confused whether or not Salish and Nidal are actually a thing, because in one video they're going on a Disneyland date, and in the next video Jordan says they are just friends. And I think that is partially the reason why Salish's fame has increased so much, is because she and her dad have been maybe using her relationship with Nidal to constantly confuse us. Again, I'm not hating on them, but genuinely using relationships for views isn't gonna make your fame last long. And honestly, that's the other part that is creepy about this whole thing. Nidal is still a minor too. So when the channel leans so hard into shipping him with Salish, even if it's just for content, it crosses a line. Especially when Jordan himself joked at the Teen Choice Awards that Salish could date anyone except Nidal.
You're gonna spill a secret about Salish that the internet doesn't know?
I just found out a couple hours ago. She's apparently talking to some dude. And I knew nothing about that. And that dude is apparently somewhere here.
Salish?
There's your camera, here's your mic, say the name.
I can't say.
Is he here?
Who is this guy?
If he came up to you right now, what would you say?
Hi.
Would you ask him out?
I want him to ask me out. I can't ask a boy.
Would you approve?
Well, I have to meet the guy, but I'm okay with her dating. Maybe just not Nidal.
Nidal and Salish should never date because it might ruin their friendship, and that is much too special to risk.
So why even say that out loud if you know people are already uncomfortable with the storyline? And then there's Kato, the newest name fans are throwing into the mix.
I know for a fact Kato is an actor, but he could still have a crush on Salish.
Hey, Salish.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well, I'm doing well.
We ordered noodles.
Really?
Yeah.
Those look good.
No, they don't. Sorry.
Nice, Salish. I don't care.
She spilled on him and he didn't care. Salish looks happy.
Oh, wait. I have two stupid questions to ask you.
Okay, okay.
What's your type?
My type, it starts with an S and ends with an H.
Wait.
And she matters.
Wait, that's me, right?
Again, let's be real, Jordan isn't some predator, nobody is saying that, but the way that he leans on Salish's relationships for content, yeah, that raises some questions. Now, here is where it gets really scary, because if every top video is about Salish's crushes or if she's dating, what happens the day she decides she doesn't want to be part of that anymore? It's fun to join challenges when you're 13, 14, but as you get older, that spotlight stops feeling cute. Every title, every thumbnail, every edit tied to your personal life, that gets exhausting really quick. And let's not forget, the internet doesn't delete. These clips don't just vanish. Years from now, people could still be replaying those awkward "are they dating" challenges, and let's be honest, she probably won't find them funny as an adult. The scary part is, if Jordan keeps building his whole channel around this formula, the pressure doesn't fall on him. It falls on her. She is the one carrying the content, not him, and once she decides she's done or wants privacy, then what? Does the channel collapse, or does he push her even harder? That is why this doesn't come off as just weird content. It feels like exploitation because it ties a kid's identity and personal life to the success of a grown man's brand. And that is exactly why this has people so uneasy. Because if nothing changes, Salish could end up paying the price for this era of content long after the views are gone. Now, at the end of the day, Jordan might frame this just as family content, but let's be real, it's not just family content when your daughter's love life is the hook. It's not just harmless fun when the views are tied to her name, her crushes, and her so-called dating life. Salish isn't just part of the channel anymore, she is the channel. Every title, every thumbnail, every viral moment points back to her, whether she asked for it or not. And that's the part nobody can ignore anymore. Because if this keeps going, it's not just content that's on the line, it's Salish. And that's why this has to stop.